racing a magic mile.
Going into the 2023 Grand 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Kyle Busch was already aware it would be a challenging weekend for his number 8 RCR team. However, he didn't know it would be his worst weekend ever.
You're going to see those big bumps coming into turn number 3 affecting these cars.
Guys get so far.
Yeah, this is a weekend where, we come here not planning on, but knowing that this has been our struggle. And so it's just the shorter spoiler, the less strakes on the diffuser. So the less downforce has kind of just been our Achilles heel this year so far. So we'd love to come out of here and just have a solid run and, learn and get better. And, the previous events, Martinsville, we ran 25th all day. Richmond, we ran 16th all day. Phoenix, we ran 10th, 11th all day, So we just need to make some gains on that and get ourselves more closer to the front with some of our other Chevrolet key partner guys that they're doing it. So no reason why we shouldn't do it.
Kyle Busch tagged the wall, and so crew going to work on the right rear. Take a look at the Martin Truex Jr. car, perfect out of the turn, and then the 8 car comes in and looks like this.
Pretty hard contact right there with both the right rear and the right front.
Early on in practice, Kyle Busch would get loose up off of 2 and bounce the wall with the right rear and crucially the right front also. What this would do is make, by the NASCAR rules, he would need to start tail due to unapproved adjustments being made to repair his damaged race car. However, in qualifying, he would be able to show some pace. Acting as a great team, the number 8 RCR bunch would get the car back together and get Kyle Busch back out to make a qualifying run to hopefully make the final round after making contact previously in the day in practice number 1.
Including what Brad Keselowski did on that very quick lap. Let's see if Kyle can make it happen.
Yeah, so see what Kyle did. He didn't use a bunch of racetrack. We've seen a lot of drivers run way up the racetrack, then try to exit really low. Kyle Busch, he just ran right around the bottom. When I say the bottom, it's that the lowest part of the racetrack that has a reasonable amount of banking. It's right on those white lines, those dashed white lines, and that's the same thing that we just saw Brad K do.
And he's going to carry enough speed, and he will break into the top 5 in 5th and push McDowell down to the 6th spot.
Kyle Busch would have an absolutely great run. He would run 5th quick in his qualifying group, which would place him into the final round of qualifying, where he would be the very first car off of pit road to make their attempt.
Where he qualifies, he's going to have to go to the back, and we also got a report from Dave that William Byron's dealing with some power steering issues, so they might have to work on that car, which would be an unapproved adjustment, so he might have to as well. We don't know about that yet.
Yep.
We do know this car will have to go to the back, so they're racing for pit stalls. That's what they're doing right now. It's trying to qualify for pit stalls.
Being in this final round, it's a good decision by this team. They worked really hard. Kyle Busch and his team worked really hard to make the repairs needed. Oh, my goodness. He's going into the fence.
There's more repairs needed.
Oh, wow.
That thing just came around all on the corner entry really early.
As he took the green flag and drove into turn 1, Kyle Busch would spin out on his green flag qualifying lap. He was already slated to start at the tail due to unapproved adjustments. However, this would hurt the team even more, as they would probably have to go to a backup car. So the team would not go to a backup car. However, as mentioned earlier, Kyle Busch, the number 8 RCR car, would start tail of the field in 36th spot.
Afternoon race here in New England. We're racing a magic mile.
So we've got deja vu. We are back for the green flag again. We are going to cap off Kyle Busch's worst weekend ever. We crashed in qualifying, crashed in practice. Now we got to crash during the race. So let's see how we can accomplish that. He's not having a very good day. He's going to start way out back. So we're going to drive off into turn 1. And it looks like he crashes the car on purpose because he's having a bad day. That's what that looked like. That looked like Kyle Busch crashing on.
Kyle Busch spins around and backwards. If you wait a moment, here comes the 7 of Coil of Joy. Another hard contact. Drivers, seems odd.
Looks like something might be on the racetrack there, guys. We'll have to take a look.
It seems like there's something on the racetrack there. We'll have to take a look. Junior did sound pretty sarcastic when he said that. Let's be honest. He sounded pretty sarcastic when he said that. And then, a few minutes later, check this banter out between Jeff Burton Jr. in the booth.
The effort throughout the season. I mean, already up to this point, 20 races in, and that's his first DNF, and he was the only one still that hadn't had a DNF in this field.
And yeah, we wondered if there was something on the track down there.
Yeah.
We watched, and the track personnel didn't put any speedy dry or anything down there, so they didn't see any oil. But boy, it's hard to believe a few of them had trouble in there without something strange going
I
on.
know that mystery is still unsolved.
Tune in next week.
Unsolved mystery
Might
with
not
Jeff
know
and Junior.
We might not know till the end of the race, you know, that somebody had an issue or something was coming out of a car.
Interesting here, Reddick on the inside.
Kyle Busch, you are being charged with crashing your car on purpose during your worst weekend ever. And the evidence, you driving into turn 1, the car just turns on its own. It's weird. And then more evidence, Junior and Jeff Burton up in the booth are making jokes about it. So with all the evidence we have prepared here, with the story we have talked about, Kyle Busch, you are guilty of crashing on purpose during your worst race ever.
You don't have the pace to go up there and pass William Byron in time.
Oh, he's spinning out.
Up into the wall goes Kyle Busch. And hard contact with the back of the car. The caution comes out with under 7 laps to go in the stage.
My goodness.
Just think for a moment here. If almost any other driver went in reverse across half the track to pit road, all these fans would get the pitchforks out. But however, it's Kyle Busch and it's cool. So just keep in mind that he is washed up. And he did win 3 races. The race at California was his, and RCR's their best track. So kudos, they made it work when they should have. At Talladega, he stayed out under a logic gamble. However, at Gateway, he did go out and beat them at Gateway. He did stop them at Gateway, but I mean, I think he's kind of washed
A
up.
good sign that the car did fold up and absorb some of that impact. But because of that, you see with the result. The result is a car that is severely damaged. It'll be shocking if they can keep this car going. They're going to be on the damaged vehicle policy from right now. They've entered the yellow line. 7 minutes is all they have to try to make something out of this. Now, I'm scared to say they're done because I said that about Christopher Bell a couple months ago, and he came back and ran inside like the top 15 just to prove us all wrong. So I'm going to give this 8 crew credit. Let's see what kind of magic they can do, and it would take magic.
He needs to pull forward.
Driver causes the most crashes.
Which driver causes the most crashes? It's got to be Recky Spinhouse, right?
Oh, no. Is that what y'all are calling him?
I mean, that's been around for a few years. We'll see how far that takes off. But, he's in quite a few of them, maybe?
Drivers talk all day about how loose they are, and here it is. 8-car Busch just trying to be in the throttle.
In posting this, all I'm saying is just be aware of Kyle Busch in 2024. This is a big year for him. This is a make or break year for him. We will see if he still has it or not. I personally don't think he does have it anymore.
Just gets him turned around and contacting the wall. Not sure how much damage it is.
I'm surprised by that because we've seen a lot of cars using that